Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of our Spotlight interview series. My name is Kim, and today we have our intern, Cameron White. Cameron started her internship last fall, and in this interview, I'll be asking her a series of questions that's going to highlight her work in environmental conservation, specifically focusing on the work she's done for our local habitats and species here in Orange County. So, Cameron, my first question is, what is your educational and or work background?
Yeah, so right now I'm in my third year at Vanguard University. I am majoring in environmental science with a minor in chemistry.
How long have you been with OC Habitats and what brought you to them?
So I've been with OC Habitats since September of 2022, so about 5 to 6 months now. And I found OC Habitats through this program that I'm in called the College Corps program. And so I applied to this program through my school, and it's a volunteer-based scholarship program. And so I got placed in OC Habitats to help with the climate action portion of the program. And so my requirement is that I fill 450 hours of service, and I'm doing that here at OC Habitats.
What moment in your life made you want to protect the environment?
So I think growing up, I always had like a big curiosity for science and animals in general. I remember a really big thing that I did was I got one of those butterfly kits where we got the caterpillars and we got to watch them grow and change and morph into butterflies. And I think seeing that process and seeing how cool it was that butterflies can just come from the caterpillars that we got and just releasing them out into the wild outside was really a really cool experience of like science right in front of me. And so I think that really sparked my interest for learning more about animals and insects and the ways they interact with their environment.
Would you say that you were kind of like a big science kid growing up?
Yeah, totally. I always had like a ton of curiosity for science. I'd always ask my parents like, oh, why does this happen? Or what, like, how does this work? And things like that. So I always had like that appreciation and curiosity.
Yeah, I would say that I was the same. Like I was always outside. Like my parents could barely get me inside when I was a kid because I was always either like exploring like trails or like playing with other kids when I was a kid. So yeah, that's awesome. How would you describe OC Habitats and its work in Orange County?
Yeah, I think OC Habitats, it's hard to put it into just one word, but I think a big thing that comes out to me is community. I think it's really great how we bring the local community together. Like everything we do is native, local. We're all like kind of home based here. And so I think it's been like a super rewarding and really cool opportunity to see people from the community come together and learn more about the land that we live on and the animals that we live with here. So that's probably how I would describe it.
Aside from OCH, how do you engage in environmental activism in other parts of your life?
Yeah, so ever since high school, I've been pretty interested in like kind of sustainable living, zero waste living, things like that. And so a big thing that I do is that I try to reduce my waste as much as I can. Like I'll use reusable things where I can, or I'll try to avoid plastic as much as possible. And I think it's been great because a lot of people will ask me about certain things that I do. And I feel like that's a great way to kind of educate people a little bit on like different materials we use, what things are made of, where they come from. And so I like to kind of lead by example with that and hopefully kind of inspire people in that way too.
What are you focused on here at OCH? Can you tell us more about the project that you're working on?
A lot of what I do is restoration projects. Right now, I've kind of been developing this program for sixth graders. And so this program is located over at the Huntington Beach wetlands. And so I'm in charge of putting together a program for one of the stations there where we're going to walk around the wetlands, lead a lot of sixth graders and kind of educate them about wetlands and the different kinds of plants and the birds and all the different animals that live in there. And so I've been putting together that program, and that's been a really fun project I've been working on.
Before OCH, did you have a lot of experience building programs like this, or is this like your first time?
This is my first time. So it's been definitely a learning opportunity. I've been learning a lot about myself and the way I work and learning a lot about education. I've never done that before, like educating others. And so it's been a really like humbling experience learning about how other people do it and just educating myself and bringing that joy of the environment to others. So it's been a really fun opportunity that's been really new to me.
What have you learned so far throughout your internship with us?
I've learned a lot about native plants in general, just native plants, native animals. I grew up here in Orange County and I didn't know even a fraction of the things that I've learned here at OC Habitats. So I think it's been super rewarding being able to identify things like just being out on a walk and just seeing a plant and knowing at least like what the name is or different adaptations that it has. So that's been a really cool experience. And in addition to that, my experience with habitat monitoring as well, I'm able to identify some birds too. So when I go to the beach, it's not just seagulls. They're different types of gulls that are there. And I've learned about the endangered species that live there as well. And so that's been a really cool opportunity as well.
With like the skills that you learned with OC Habitats, like you mentioned like plant identification and stuff, have you been able to like apply that at all with any of your classes?
I'd say, yeah, right now I'm in an ecology class. And so I feel like this class has been a little bit easier for me because I feel like I've learned a lot from my internship with OC Habitats. So I feel like I've learned a lot already about animals, their adaptations, the ways they interact with their environment, different habitats and biomes. And so taking this class this semester has been, I feel like, a little bit easier because I have this background now with OC Habitats. So that's been really helpful.
Great. Well, thank you, Cameron, for sharing your OC Habitats experience with us. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for more episodes. Bye.